welcome back to Pokemon Deck Check. I would be Pokedad. And sadly, I'm without the Dancing Bear. But that's alright. He's on his date. And so I'm okay with taking the helm here while he's out with the lady. After the stream, I got to racking my brain, and the Dancing Bear helped me out on the Hitmonchan deck with Fighting Dojo. And the more I think about it, I think it's going to be solid. So this is our first build. We have not tested it. It's not proven. So don't say, oh, Pokedad said to play this. I think it's going to be good. And so we put together a skeleton list. And it's always going to be subject to change as we go through the testing over the next 2 to 3 months. So let's jump into the list. And I'll explain kind of where we're going with this. 4 Hitmonchan, only 2 Hitmonlees, and then 1 Hitmontop. Okay, so the Japanese list had, now keep in mind, they didn't have access to Fighting Dojo and some of the other cards. So they had like a 3-2-2, and I'm not convinced how much value these two are bringing. Yeah, on the surface, you know, it'd be nice to hit something on the bench for 90. Yeah, it'd be nice to do 60 to all your opponent's Pokemon, but you have to go in order. And if any of this order is missed, then that's a dead card. And if for some reason you Jirachi can't get out of the active or something, that turns into a dead card if you miss a hit and run. So, and I'm not so sure that you don't want to just hit into whatever's active rather than, you know, going into the special combo. It might be better to just hit into what's up front of you and then go back into your Jirachi or whatever, or your wall Pokemon, and just not even use special combo. So I just don't know how much value these are bringing. It might be better to just go in with just a 4 like Donphan. So the jury's still out on these 3 cards. So let me make that clear. And then for consistency, 3 Jirachi, 1 Baby Buzz with the Sledgehammer. It's too good not to play. Come on, folks. Let's be real. Sledgehammering anything for 120, Diancie 140, Choice Band 170. That's always going to be good. And it doesn't work with Fighting Dojo, unfortunately, because it does say Ultra Beast are excluded. But still, it can get it done against Tapu Lele. It can get it done against the Dedenne GX. It can easily one-shot them. It can easily one-shot Zoroark GX. So, I mean, he's bringing a lot of value to the table. Damage modifier, Diancie. Now we go on to some interesting tech Pokemon. 1 Absol to disrupt the Jirachi decks and the Zapdos decks. 1 Mr. Mime. That's for the Buzzwole matchup specifically, because it plays. It's going to play a heavy count of Acerola, I believe 3. So you don't want it picking up all that damage that you put on the board. Also, to mess with the Buzzwole Pheromosa decks is we have the new Mew. Something the Japanese list did not have access to. And it's going to be a good addition. It's basically Mr. Mime with Bench Barrier. It allows your bench Pokemon to be perfectly safe from any sort of attacks. So in a mirror match against, like, say, Special Combo or something like that, or even that, Hitmontop, that's going to do good against any Buzzwole decks that snipe, Jolteon that snipes the bench. A lot of value here in the Mew, in my opinion. And then finally, 1 Tapu Lele, just to get going on draw. Not sure if it's going to be needed. So, of the cards, these 4, as of right now, are kind of on the chopping block. It just depends on how much value. And you're saying, Pokedad, Tapu Lele's not going to bring value. Yeah, it is. But we have a new item to where we may not need Tapu Lele. So, we'll get into that here in a second. That's the Pokemon line. I feel like I have to keep doing a disclaimer. This is untested, unproven. It is concept. So, disclaimer done. Nest Ball 4. Ultra Ball 3. Oh, let me rewind real quick. The Japanese list ran Victini with counter energy and unit energies. We've streamlined all of that. Jirachi is another card that's good in theory, but it doesn't one-shot the Buzzwall. There's too many conditions. You have to have 6 Pokemon into play, and then you have to have Choice Band. Maybe you could get it done with Kukui, but then you're having to add another piece of the puzzle. Yeah, it helps the puzzle to where maybe you just have 5, and then you need Kukui and Choice Band, or maybe you just have your 6 and Choice Band, or you're missing the Choice Band. You have 6, and then you need Kukui for 7. That way you hit 280. So Victini is not one-shotting the Buzzwall without Kukui, Choice Band, or a full bench of 6 total basic into play. So I think it's too conditional. It goes along with the lines of the Hitmonlee and Hitmontop. So 3 escape boards for Jirachi or anything else that we want to put up in the active. Most everything has a 1 retreat cost, so we're okay with sending up whatever, and we have a skateboard. It could be problematic if your opponent's playing Absol, so we'll just have to wait and see on that one. More damage modifiers, 3 Choice Band, 2 Poke Gear. Look at the top 7 cards, grab a supporter from it. This is the card that I'm thinking Tapu Lele may not be needed, but it's still... I still think it's good to play Tapu Lele. That way you can for sure grab a Guzma or anything like that. Or if we did decide Kukui's the way to go, then you could for sure grab Kukui. But for right now, just 2. We'll see how the deck flows. If this is working out good, then we'll take out Tapu Lele and add a 3rd, possibly even a 4th if the other Pokemon aren't working out. So right now, just 2. 2 switches, 2 escape rope. That's to help get out of the active in case, like I said, if your opponent's playing Absol and a skateboard can't get it done. 2 rescue stretcher. We are going to be looking to streamline Hitmonchan, his hit and run attack consistently. But it could also be nice to get back out your, if they Guzma up your Mr. Mime or your Mew or something, you could rescue stretcher it back. That way the bench is protected. Note, it also helps out against Zekrom's GX attack, so keep that in mind. Those are the items. I feel like the Nest Ball and Ultra Ball are self-explanatory. Support system. For Lily, we are going to be playing down a whole bunch of cards. 3 Cindy and 3 Guzma. We kind of start out with this, normally you would have 4 Cynthia, 2 Lily, 2 Erica, but with the addition of Poke Gear, we've cut 1 supporter. Normally we like to run at least 8 draw support, but with the 2 Poke Gears, that's like number 8, number 9 plus Jirachi, 3 Jirachi, so you're looking at, 12 ways, and the Lele, so 13. If you add the 2 Ultra Balls, there's 16 ways to get a supporter. So you should never be dead drawing with this deck. And then 3 Guzma. It's too good not to play. Come on. We know what Guzma. It's awesome. New card. 4 Fighting Dojo. 4 seems excessive. It would seem like you would want to have 3, but stadiums are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and everyone's going to be playing them. There's some really good stadiums. I think it's Unmanned Power Plant, which eliminates all your opponents or all abilities of GX and EX. The Buzzwall decks are surely going to be playing that to slow down everybody because they're not ability dependent from their GXs or EXs. So stadiums are going to be big. Fighting Dojo says it adds 10 damage to any Pokemon, any of your fighting Pokemon with basic fighting energy attached. But if you are behind in prizes, if you have 6 and your opponent has 5, then it adds 40. So all of a sudden, you're hitting for a base damage of 30, Choice Band 60, Diancie, you're hitting for 80, then 40, you're hitting for 120. 120 with a hit and run, safely to the bench. Your opponent has to Guzma it up. Unless it's you're only on the bench, then they can escape rope or something like that. But for the most part, it's going to be safely on the bench. So this is so good, folks. This is awesome. But Ultra Beast cannot use it. So no Buzzwole GX, no Baby Buzz. So, yep. I think it's really good. Energy count, winging it here, 4, 8, 9. I think 9 gets it done. We are just attaching 1 energy and attacking, so it's not like we need a heavy amount like 12 or so. I think 8 to 9 gets it done. 8 seems risky. I think 9's safe, but I could definitely see a 10th. But we'll just have to go from there. Well, hopefully here pretty soon. I know tomorrow night we're going to, I think we're going to do something fun, do a live stream kind of set review. We still haven't reviewed the metal set, and we haven't reviewed the Double Blaze, the fire set. So I think we're going to go live tomorrow night and do a set review on those two. And then maybe Friday night we'll have some gameplay of this in action. It'll also give me time to adjust or even build another deck. So that's what we got. That's what's on the burner. And hope to see you on the next one. So till then, be excellent to each other. And also party on, dudes.